Welcome, people. It's your boy Q from quedupproductions back at you once again with a quick tip on Saturday. This quick tip is going to be in the realm of mixing. One thing that I have to confess is that I am not a huge fan of reverb. Because I'm not a huge fan of reverb, I have to come up with other ways to kind of get space around the sounds that I'm trying to work with and things like that. I love to do it with delays. I use delays in a couple different ways. I may at some point maybe throw a little bit of reverb in, but very little, and if I do, it's probably a plate, chambers and things like that. I try to stay away from, but it depends on the genre of music too. So all right, so let's get into it. All right, so I have this this track that I'm working on, and I'll let you hear part of it. Okay, so that's basically the gist of the track. Again, still working on it, still trying to figure out which way I want to go, which direction I'm headed with the mix and things like that. So basically, this is I wanted to stop and use this as an example. I don't know if you heard it, but the crash it really stands out a lot and distinct as being horrible. So I'm just gonna let you listen to it just in the hook part. Okay, you can hear it's kind of close, it's kind of up front, but it's really not a good sample, and that's the reason why I wanted to use it for this quick tip. Okay, so if you listen to it right now, I actually have it playing with a reverb. It's just a simple stock reverb. This is just to prove a point. I am not rich. I do not have Altiverb. I wish I could. Maybe that would change my mind about reverbs. Not really sure. All right. But I just have it on the basic setting. I just choose a preset big room. So this is what it sounds like without reverb, and I'll solo it. Okay, which doesn't really sound that great. So now I'm going to add this reverb to it and see how it sounds. And it adds a little bit of space around it, but probably not as much as in my opinion it would need. So I'll play it again just in the mix to let you hear how it sounds. Okay, so I don't particularly care for that. So this is what I do to some of the things when I want to use a delay to supplement not having a reverb. The first thing I'll do is I'll take a simple reverb and I'll put some air around it. So I'm not sure if you are familiar with the Hawes effect, but the Hawes effect is basically you're taking like a 30 millisecond delay, which is so fast it's almost like it stretches the sample itself or whatever it is that you're playing through it. So when I add this to it, this is the effect that I get. Okay, so it adds a little bit of air to it, and I'm going to pop it on and off. That's with it off. That's with it on. That's on again. And off again. So you can hear a little bit of space around it. All right, so then after that, I have my space going sideways, but I want to have a little bit of depth to it. So what I'll do is make myself another delay, and I'll make it mono. And the purpose of making it mono is so that I can actually stretch that depth behind it, vice side to side. So you wouldn't use like a ping pong delay or something like that. Solo reverbs can be your best friend when it comes to space. So if I pop this on, and this is what it sounds like. That's without, and that's with. That adds to the space a little bit more. And I kind of misspoke because this delay, I apologize. This delay, if you look in this section right here, this was the delay that I added and made it mono. And you can see I actually rolled off a lot of the lows, peeled off the highs. This is just on the aux bus. I don't really need all of that noise to add into it. So once you add that in, this is the sound that you get. This is without. This is with. And I can exaggerate that. So you can hear it going in the background. We don't want it that much. We don't need that much of a delay. So you just peel it back just for your general taste so that you don't hear it knocking around too much. So now this is what it sounds like in the mix. So now to me that sits in the mix a little bit better, flows a little bit smoother, and plus what I like is that you're able to control them a little bit better. So that's my quick tip. Use those delays. Try using some mono delay. I think that you'll like the way it sounds. You just got to kind of play with it, figure out how you want it. Just a little bit of space that you're able to control and make. You can play with your crossfeed here and there. I love these plugins that come with Logic anyway. Just add a little bit of feedback to it, and you don't have to add too much into the mix, otherwise it gets a little bit crazy. You have some kind of weird artifacts that come into your samples, but other than that, I think it works great. Give it a shot. 2018, man, try some new things, and you never know what you might come up with. All right, that's my time. Short and sweet. Once again, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and most of all, stay queued up. Peace.